Alright, what is up guys, welcome back to another video. We are just taking a quick look at Veracity here. As we can see, looking like we are still chopping sideways, really not that much happening over the past week or so, which is why I haven't been doing videos, because really nothing much has happened. Bitcoin is still grinding under resistance, and we are essentially waiting for a move in the markets for most cryptocurrencies because of Bitcoin. Right now for Veracity, you can see obviously a lot of people saying that we potentially have got this head and shoulders formation like this that could be forming. Obviously I do think that this could be the case if we came down and lost this low here. And especially if we came down and lost the 0.23 Fibonacci, which is where we got that nice bounce, as you can see here. Really just working levels right now. Things looking quite textbook for Veracity, to be honest. Looking like we obviously ran up to this resistance here again, and now retracing back down, probably to this support here. Obviously, if we do see ourselves losing this area, I do think coming back down and retesting some lower levels is very, very likely, especially in this bear market resistance kind of area. If we just, let me just line this up to make sure that it's in the right kind of area. Exactly. You can see the bear market resistance here. I do think coming down into this area and getting a bounce would be quite likely. You can see obviously we've got that previous range as well, coinciding with that area. I keep losing my tools. As you can see here, obviously if we came down, lost this low at the 0.23, along with that kind of head and shoulders that people might be predicting, we've got some previous areas of support which we could see being retested. I do think coming back down to this level here would be a very, very nice entry, especially coinciding with that previous bear market resistance, in my opinion. Obviously it seems fairly likely that right now things are very, very highly correlated to Bitcoin, and if Bitcoin does roll over, Veracity is going to do the same. And if Bitcoin does start to break out again from the position that it's sitting in right now, as we can see, that bear trap kind of catching a lot of people out over the past few days. Obviously we do have this big bearish divergence here, but right now still grinding under that resistance, that very, very key resistance for Bitcoin. And in my opinion, if we did get that overextension and back up into this area here above 30k, up towards that 0.50 level maybe, after, you know, essentially getting the breakout and the back test of this Fibonacci at the 0.38, we could be looking at some very, very nice movements for a lot of cryptos. And I do think Veracity would be obviously following suit if that was the case. Just basically going to be following the market until we see ourselves moving in a bigger way for a potential bull market in the future. So obviously Veracity, if we just take a quick look at the weekly time frame here, we've got some very, very nice ideas potentially for some price action in the future. Obviously going into another bull market, I do think it could be possible that we could be looking at Veracity heading up well beyond its all-time high, because in reality it's, you know, its market cap is still extremely low. Very, very good project in my opinion. And you can see here, you know, if this was the case in going into another bull market in 2024, we could be looking at highs of, you know, maybe up towards $1, which would be absolutely extraordinary from the current price. Obviously that would be essentially, what is it, 200x from the current price, which would be absolutely ridiculous. What if the current price was half a cent? Then yeah, it would be around a 200x from the current price, which would be obviously obscene. But we have seen stranger things happen in crypto bull markets. What would be $20-30 billion market cap, very, very, very achievable in bull markets. A lot of cryptos that are probably worse than Veracity hitting that in the last bull market, from what I can remember. So obviously these are very, very large speculative moves over the next few years. But we have seen Veracity move a very, very ridiculous amount previously. Obviously you can see down here, if I just measure the amount that this actually moved from this low here to the high of the bull market, 27,000%. So what is that, 270x? So a 200x in the next bull market, you know, it's not unbelievably improbable, is it? Let's be honest. From this low here, it would be even more, wouldn't it? It'd be more like a, you know, let's say from zero, it's, I mean, it's just it's 1,000x basically, isn't it? From this low here, from a fifth of a cent up to $1 is 1,000x, I believe, which is absolutely ridiculous. Or is it a 500x? Either way, it would be a very, very ridiculous gain. I'm not saying that this is going to happen, but obviously we have seen it happen previously. And, you know, judging by what we're seeing here for Veracity, we're starting to see that nice bounce off that low with a trend line forming here. And I do think if we start getting back up through these Fibonacci levels, getting up to this level here, back at the all-time high, it's not that ridiculous to get up towards the 127 or the 141 in a bull market. Obviously there's 161 sitting up here at around 85 cents, would be an extremely, extremely ambitious target in my opinion. But, you know, stranger things have happened, and right now for Veracity, as I said, waiting for potentially the start of some kind of bullish movement in markets, maybe a bull market going into 2024. Have we seen the final swing low of the bear market? We will find out. But right now, the way I said, as always, I'm trading this, averaging into a long position for Veracity right now, sitting at about break even at this level here. And I will have another long position sitting at around this level down here. If we lose this low, a bigger, much bigger long position, which would take my average down to around here. I do think this is probably going to pop to the upside pretty damn soon. We are starting to see some altcoins moving very nicely as well. So we'll wait and see, but right now feeling very, very comfortable in my Veracity position for the long term. I do think that this is probably going to do very, very well. So that is it for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching indeed. Please do like and subscribe if you haven't already, and if you do want to support the channel, please do consider becoming a YouTube member by clicking the join button down below. You'll get access to our private Discord. You can hang out with other investors. We're hanging out there every day as well. If you do want to get an edge on the markets and hang out with others, then please do get in there. And I'll see you in the next video.